Welcome to this explainer. You know that feeling, right? You sit down for a high-stakes exam, turn the page, and boom, you are confronted by a massive, incredibly intimidating wall of text. The clock's ticking, the pressure is on, and the sheer volume of words can feel completely overwhelming. But what if you didn't have to just mindlessly plow through it? What if there was a tactical, proven framework designed specifically to crack these texts wide open? Well, that is exactly what we're breaking down today. We are going to explore the RALA framework, the absolute ultimate tactical solution for mastering reading comprehension. Now, the original blueprint for this method is no random doodle. It is an authentic, handwritten masterpiece created by Mr. Husseini Azazi. It's essentially a master strategist playbook for decoding complex texts. And what makes it so uniquely brilliant is its bilingual nature. It takes a simple English acronym, RALA, and surrounds it with deep, actionable tactical instructions in Arabic. We are going to decipher these notes together today and uncover the hidden strategies written right there in the margins. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll be hitting 4 key steps. 1. Read questions first. 2. Activate prior knowledge. 3. Locate the answers. And finally, 4. Answer with strategy. Okay, let's dive right into section 1. Read questions first. That is the R in RALA. Now, normally when you see R for read, your gut instinct is to jump straight into the first paragraph of the passage. Well, scratch that. This framework flips traditional reading completely on its head. The translated Arabic notes next to the R explicitly reveal a secret strategy. Questions first. That's right. The method demands that you do not read the passage right away. Your very first point of contact literally has to be the questions themselves. And hey, this isn't just a casual glance either. In the margins for this step, there's a very specific repeated command written in Arabic that translates directly to focus, focus, focus. The strategy demands intense concentration during this initial question reading phase. You are essentially setting the parameters of your mission. If you don't focus intensely on what you're actually being asked, you'll just end up wandering aimlessly through the text later on. Moving on to section 2, activate prior knowledge. This is the first A in the acronym. So, we've got our questions. Now, this step beautifully highlights the difference between passive and active reading. Passive reading is for leisure, just letting the words wash over you. But the RALA method, it transforms you into a hunter. The Arabic annotations explain that we are actively hunting for a sentence that answers our question. You are priming your brain, activating your prior knowledge and your specific mission, so that the split second you see a relevant piece of data, an alarm goes off in your head. But there's a big risk here: cognitive overload. If you try to hold 5 different questions in your head while scanning a complex text, your brain is absolutely going to short circuit. That's exactly why the blueprint includes this critical margin note: only one question. You must hold just one specific question in your mind at a time. It keeps your search laser-focused and incredibly efficient. All right, that brings us to section 3, locate the answers, the L in RALA. With our brain primed for the hunt, the notes give us this fantastic tactical breakdown for locating answers without getting bogged down in fluff. First up, you perform a quick visual scan. Just let your eyes glide over the text. Second, you are hunting to identify the specific keywords from that single question you memorized. Once you spot a keyword, hit the brakes. The third step instructs you to look right around that specific location. Read the sentences immediately before and after it, because that is exactly where your prize is hidden. And there is one brilliantly illustrated shortcut in Mr. Azazi's notes for this. What if the question asks for the overall title or the main purpose of the passage? You definitely don't need to read the whole thing. The blueprint points out a massive time saver. Simply check the first paragraph plus the conclusion. The introduction sets the stage and the conclusion wraps it all up. By checking just those 2 bookends, you bypass the dense middle paragraphs entirely and save yourself a ton of time. Finally, we reach section 4. Answer with strategy, the final A. You found the relevant section of the text. Now it's time to execute. Look, when exam stress hits, it is so easy to second-guess yourself and overthink. But the notes offer a very reassuring rule translated right there on the page. The answer is in the text. You don't need to invent anything. You don't need to rely on outside assumptions. You just need to follow the arrows back to those clues you successfully located in the previous step. Just trust the text. Now, what's really interesting here is how methodically Mr. Azazi breaks down this final phase. He mapped out the 4 exact types of questions you're going to face, each requiring a slightly different answering strategy. First are direct questions. These are often copied straight out of the passage, so you just need to complete the phrase. Second are meaning or opposite questions, where you focus purely on vocabulary and antonyms in context. Third are pronoun references. For these, you literally trace the grammar backward to find the original subject. And fourth are the deductive questions, those tricky ones that ask which of the following is true except. For those, you've got to use careful elimination based on what you located. So let's step back and summarize the whole shebang. It is a highly sequential process. 1. Read the questions first so you actually know your target. 2. Activate your mind to hunt for that specific answer, holding only one question in your head at a time. 3. Locate the keywords by quickly scanning the text. And 4. Answer strategically based on the specific type of question you're dealing with. These 4 steps seamlessly transform you from a passive, overwhelmed reader into a highly efficient problem solver. This framework proves that reading comprehension is not about speed reading at all, it's about strategic reading. So the next time you face a massive, daunting wall of text under pressure, ask yourself, are you just going to read and hope for the best, or will you RALA? Arm yourself with this blueprint, trust the process, and take total control of the text. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy studying.